Okay, my dudes. Well, today's great. I did not take a video before I left the house because I just, I didn't want to start the day off with what might become another disappointing video. So, I enjoyed, a little quiet breakfast, got myself together, headed out to go to the university, to go to the archives, and guess what? I got inside. It was great. I got to meet the curator of the AV stuff, and she's really nice. I wound up having to fill out a release form that basically said, if anything goes wrong, I'm the one who is liable for it, and it's possible that I may have to pay some fee for access to these resources. I think that's just if I'm using them for some kind of commercial purposes, but I don't really know. So anyway, yeah, I only got to spend like maybe an hour and a half in there, because there are student protests going on campus right now. Because basically what happened is pretty much the same thing that's happening in California right now, where students aren't being given housing. There isn't enough housing on campus, which is where I guess students on this university, that's where they live. They aren't like expected to go around and find other places nearby like, a lot of universities in California do. But so basically the university had contracted with a company that was supposed to build more housing, and then they let that contract lapse before anything was finished. So there are a lot of students who don't have any place to live. And classes were supposed to start this week, but they can't exactly start if students don't have any place to stay. But so basically what's going on is the campus more or less gets shut down when the protests are going on, as they take over a lot of the space. So I wound up parking like randomly on the side of the streets up near the entry gate, just because that's where there were a lot of cars parked there, and I figured, well, parking lots must be full. No, they weren't full, just nobody was parking there because they knew that they might not be able to get out. So yeah, I wound up being sort of not exactly rushed out, but cajoled out, very kindly but forcibly suggested that it was time for me to go for the day. And that Stanley's going to send me an email tomorrow first thing in the morning to let me know if it's a good idea for me to come in, or if the protests are still going to be going on, and it would be better for me to just sort of work on the things that I need remotely, and yeah, but hopefully I'm going to be able to get in tomorrow again. But basically what I was doing today is I was given a catalog of the different AV resources that they have, and going through the index for that to try to find, what would be the most useful things for me, just based on like keywords and whatever. And they said, like, just go ahead and take that home with me, and figure out what it is that you're going to need. Send us an email with all of that written down. I only get to have 10 like things that I take with me, so I am allowed to, of course, go there and read transcripts and all of that kind of stuff, but in terms of like actual AV resources, I'm only allowed to have 10 things. So I'm gonna go through and select the 10 most important things that don't have transcripts for them, and yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on. And they said, yeah, I can be in there every day that they're open for the entire time that I'm here. So now, obviously, as you can see, I'm in a parking garage. I am going to do some grocery shopping. I'm going to stop by Nando's to get myself another, nice little treat, because today is a day that I get to have treats. I'm going to pick up some wine, figure out if there's anything else that I need that I want to pick up, and head out to do some more work up on that awesome lounge at the top of my building. And yeah, we'll just go from there. Peace.